These mayors, none of them, they ain't doing nothing. Nothing, doing nothing. At least she was doing something for the black community. She ain't never built no house or nothing. Might not be able to build none for these, because these Cubans ain't taking the money doing what they're supposed to do with it. These old mayors, they ain't nothing. They ain't about doo-doo.
I don't think Wanda got a good trial because she did too much in her young years for them to give her that much time. It ought to be down further than that or out because she tried her best. I didn't see her do nothing. It might happen, but I didn't see it.
Number 10 was John Doe. Number 9 was Vonda Jackson. You clearly see where we're going. But number 8 is a special name, a special person. Person I hold close to my heart, mean a lot to me. As far as I'm concerned, he's the trillest on the list. And that's Kenneth Boobie Williams. What some people allege the Boobie Boys. We all seen the story. You saw America's Most Wanted. You all saw the front page newspapers. You know, but Kenneth was a remarkable man. He was a man of honor, a man of loyalty. Even after convictions, he refused to cooperate. We finna go into the lives of what I feel may be the trillest, New Devil Grace, the cover of the magazine, if you know what I mean. It's Kenneth Boobie Williams coming in at number 8 on Yayo. Pay attention, boss.
They count me, they count me, they count me, they count me.
Drugs, guns, violence, decades of deaths blamed on a drug gang known as the Boobie Boys.
Kenneth Williams and his group is responsible for 30-plus homicides and well over 100 non-critical shootings in Dade County alone.
Now y'all get them cameras out my face, man.
We've learned this man is also named in the indictment. Leonard Bo Brown, an alleged hitman for the Boobies. He was captured in Tallahassee last year. Others named in the sealed indictment are suspected in the murders of 2 people at a Miami gas station last February in which automatic weapons were used. And others are linked to the murder of 3 people, including a 5-year-old at a Miami apartment complex in May of 1995.
They was too trigger-happy. You know, with the John Does, you can't make no money if you attracting attention, you know, and that's what they were doing. All that gunplay wasn't doing nothing but bringing attention.
And 7 News was there Thursday morning as federal agents took suspected members handcuffed into DEA headquarters.
Anybody who went to the trial, which I didn't go because I was in prison, they would have seen them people ain't had nothing but like 125 niggas getting on the stand saying, such and such did this, such and such did that. But as far as hardcore evidence, they ain't have nothing. No coke, no weed, no money, nothing. You know what I'm saying? So basically, to me, them the biggest gangsters in the world, the feds. But they do and take as they please.
In addition, some of those named in the indictment are suspected of helping the gang move drugs through South Florida ports, hidden in containers of legitimate shipments. The feds say these individuals are dangerous and that anyone associated with the Boobie Boys crime wave is bad news.
These individuals, these groups of individuals, and you know, they gave themselves names, but it was just a group of people that just wanted to make money and were very violent. And if you got in the way, they'd take care of you.
What the fuck is a gang? The Boobie Boy gangs, you know what I'm saying? Here it is, one dude from the hood, you know what I'm saying? Him and his friends, you know what I'm saying? They hang out and they just chill. All of a sudden, they done turned it into a gang and gave the gang a name, like everybody in the neighborhood was familiarized with who the Boobie Boys were. All that was just really a bunch of bullshit.
Malcolm Shaw, a.k.a. The Rat, sold drugs for the gang, according to the indictment. Drugs that the indictment says Susan Hall Gibson stashed in her Miami home for the Boobie Boys gang.
Rat, that's my brother. That's my oldest brother. He basically, he just got caught up on the house with a conspiracy law. They gave him 30 years. My brother didn't deserve 30 years. And you know, like Boobie said, you know what I'm saying, if anybody, he want to get out of there, he want to get Rat out of there. And my auntie Sue. You know what I'm saying? Because basically them two in there for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Rat don't do no killing, Rat don't do nothing, man, but gamble. You know, Rat like to gamble. Rat like to look good, look fly, and, you know, take care of some women. As far as my auntie, I love her to death. You know what I'm saying? When you doing what you doing, you got to think at some point it ain't forever. And at some point, things gonna get complicated, and at some point, things gonna have to get handled. So, you know what I'm saying, I want my auntie home. She you know, she don't need to be in there. She a good, sweet person. She ain't never did nothing to nobody, you know, but try to provide for her family. And basically, that was wounded her up where she at, because right now out here, it ain't too many opportunities for us. So the streets is all we got.
Feds say the Booby Boys gang moved thousands of kilos of drugs through South Florida ports, like the Port of Miami. And once the drugs were in South Florida, the gang moved them into neighborhoods and then into a mass distribution network that spanned the nation.
That was a movement, you feel me? Booby he was just trying to eat, you know what I'm saying? And he wasn't no nigga who finna come in your area and try to take over your area, but he not gonna let you come in his area. Just respect the game, you feel me?
Butch all right, but I don't really too much kick it with Butch, but you know, because everybody who was Booby friend wasn't my friend. You understand me? So I want to keep that, make that straight for the record. You know what I'm saying? I knew a lot of them guys, but they wasn't my friend.
And this is Ben Johnson, a.k.a. Bush. He's been connected in this indictment to 2 fatal drive-by shootings in South Florida.
One of those named in the indictment is this now suspended Miami-Dade police officer, Marvin Baker. This video was taken 8 months ago as the 16-year veteran officer was arrested by his own department on charges he conspired to rip off drug dealers, charges he has denied. Also named and still on the loose, the Booby Boys' reputed leader and namesake, Kenneth Booby Williams, now one of America's most wanted.
As to Kenneth Williams, there is an outstanding $56,000 reward.
Straight up, my nigga. Fuck the haters. All them rats, all the ones that eat cheese, they know who they is. They know who they is. Runaway, Zeus, they know who they is.
What they had to gain, but go ahead and just tell them all that shit.
Man, them niggas already know what they had to gain. Them niggas already knew. They call that shit surviving, all these snitching ass niggas out here. Them niggas want to get out. Them crackers offer them niggas a little bit of time. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and just go on and turn against your home. We want them niggas just like that.
He's a murderer, he's a killer. He don't play.
Basically, they ain't had another game with freedom. See, because basically when you out here in this game, man, and you throwing bricks at the chain gang, first and foremost, if you out here in the streets, you got to know what you facing. You know what I'm saying? This for all real niggas, and this is a very important part of this segment, man. This for all real niggas. And when you out here in the game, you know what you doing. First and foremost, you stunting, you riding your Bentleys and all that, your Verts, your Chevys and all that, you wearing your good diamonds and all that there. Everything is perfect then. But when you fall, even if you fall and ain't had nothing to do with your homeboys, don't take them with you, man, because you know, you feel as though you got something to lose, or you want to get back out here to one of these hoes, or you know what I'm saying, you just want to snitch on a nigga to free yourself, but you knew what you was getting into when you first started out. And you know what I'm saying? That's something that I ain't understand. That's some new 21st century shit. These new niggas out here, play gangsters, you know, playing like you got niggas now. You going through with niggas, they shooting at you and they calling the police at the same time. So Ronald Ray and Zeus ain't have shit to gain but some freedom.
My little brother received 17 to 22 years. He has 22 years. He actually got that on the house just because of his affiliation. Really, you know, you had the rest, like I say, Ronald Ray, who took the stand and actually said what he said.
The way the game is now, see, it ain't like it was. It was loyalty back in the 60s and 70s and early 80s. It was loyalty. Whereas if a brother did something wrong, he had to answer for it and he did his time. Then he had his homeboys that looked out for him while he was in there and took care of his family. Nowadays, you got young cats just telling on each other, snitching on each other, doing stuff, whereas it ain't a lot of proof that they did that. It's just like a young dude don't want to do no time. And they feel like I'm gonna tell on this person, that person, this person, that person.
And it ain't no friends. I found that out over the years. Booby felt real comfortable with Zeus and he felt comfortable with Ronald Ray. You understand me? And that was two niggas that, you know, he felt safe with, and them same two niggas